Hi, I'm Rowena from McMorgan Next Practice Marketing. So we're now talking about capability, and we previously talked about the capability ladder and how do you really drive and embed your people and process capability. But now I want to talk about a really different but equally important piece of capability, which is around capability for change. Because as you're shifting from a legacy model to a future customer experience model, there's going to be lots of conflict and lots of problems because change is hard. So I want to talk to you about a great way to approach this to build change capability in your organization and actually set yourselves out for coming out the other end. So if you think about the current business, most legacy models have been focused very much around efficiency. So it's we know how to do what we've been doing for however many years, and we know that the market is shifting, but we're going to get better at doing what we're currently doing. And that's why it doesn't take as much effort to do the current business because you know how to do it. And it's also in response to make sure that you've got the ability to invest in the future. So this is the current business. What I want to talk to you about then is this piece that comes next, because as soon as you introduce new future metrics for customer experience with legacy, and you identify the tasks of the current business with the future business, and then you think about bringing in people with new skill sets and redesigning your processes, etc., then there is going to definitely be a transition period. And that is fundamentally because people don't like change. Change is hard. So this transition period often looks something like this. It's crazy, right? There's ups, there's down, there's sideways, there's those who get excited, there's those who go into their shell, there's those who become disengaged, and it's a really hard period of time, but you have to go through this to get to the future. So I want to talk about a really important way to make this tumultuous period a little bit easier. How do we kind of have it go like this? So I'm going to introduce you to a formula called the 1-9-90. And this is how you bring about change. So the 1% are those people in the organization who set the direction. And that's you guys. You've said, I want to do customer experience for real because it's critical to the business of the future. So you've made that decision. But to be able to get the broader organization, the 90 across the line, you need to find these 9%ers. Now, the 9%, they're the people who can basically translate. They can translate from the old world into the future world. They can help people understand how it's actually exciting on their job and the detailed tasks that they're doing. They can be the ones who can identify where those tension points are, where the pain points are in actually not only saying we want to move to customer experience, but doing it. So the 9%ers, and it's literally around 9% of your organization, are absolutely critical. And these are the change leaders. Now, what's important about this group too is that they come from different functions. You don't want to choose just one group. You want to find those people who have the ability to design the future while also keeping one foot in the current business, because you have to create that bridge to the future. How do you find the 9%ers? Well, this comes from basically sharing the vision and actually getting them to find you. So the 9%ers sometimes are really obvious. They're the people you know have the creativity to create something new while transitioning from current, but sometimes they're people who you may have overlooked. And the more you can talk about the vision and the why and why we're doing this for the future, they're the ones who'll basically put their hand up. Who'll come along to the governance meetings, to the ideation meetings, to the different pieces of the business which are around the future. So don't think that by over communicating that people are becoming less engaged. Think about over communicating to recruit your 9%ers and put them into a specialty team. They are the team who are helping to create the future. And basically then, out of here, you will start to see the growth, the improvement, the ability to go from current business to the future business. And suddenly it's not so hard because the 9%ers have helped the 90% turn it into a way of working. So as you're thinking about capability, think also about the capability you have in the 1990 in your current people, and how do you find those people to help make this shorter, less painful, and get to the end point faster. Hi, it's me again. If you enjoyed this video series, then maybe you want to think about coming to one of our training programs, because not only do we go into a lot more detail around the frameworks that you've seen, we actually provide live examples, real case studies, and role plays so that you actually understand exactly how to do this back in your job. So don't delay, come and join us. We would love to see you there.